Hello everybody, Michael Beys here, AcuHealth NJ. Today we're talking about Chinese herbal pharmacology. Okay, as always, safety first. The first thing we learn as herbalists is that herbs are toxic. What does that mean? They need to be taken very seriously. Alright, and then immediately start to learn about pharmacology and how to use and apply them properly and safely. So next time your aunt tells you to take something, or the guy at the health food store tells you, ask them what their credentials are and how they know it's good for you. Okay, so herbs, it's hard to say, predates history when they've actually been started to be used. China has a folk hero named Shennong who theoretically compiled a bunch of herbs into a book. It's not until 600 AD where it's compiled and called the Materia Medica and used scholastically. Fast forward, the communists decided to use herbs as a cost-effective alternative to Western medicine and made it a curriculum. And finally, today, we see places like the Cleveland Clinic using herbs along with Western pharmaceuticals to moderate harsh side effects. And currently, I've been consulted to use herbs along with Western medical doctors as well. Oftentimes when we're talking about Chinese herbs, they lose a lot in translation. So a few examples, let's take ginseng. Everybody knows ginseng, everybody uses ginseng, but ginseng specifically is a tonifying herb. What does that mean? It means that it nourishes the body. We know clinically that it has a blood building effect. It lowers blood sugar, helps your metabolism, and it has a lot of metabolic effects. So we see how clinically we use ginseng with modern pharmacological terms. The next herb I like to talk about, grows everywhere wild, is dandelions. Dandelions clear heat and relieve toxicity. What does that mean? It has an anti-inflammatory effect, has an antipyretic effect. It means it lowers fever. It's good for colds and infections. Finally, what's important is that we see the abuse of Chinese herbs, specifically with ma huang, or what we know as ephedra. It's actually regulated because they're using it to cook meth. Now, we use ma huang in Chinese medicine for asthma. We use it for colds. Why? Because we want to stimulate, we want to cause fight or flight or sympathetic so that we open up the bronchioles so people can breathe better. We use it for asthma and colds, not for losing weight and not to cause heart attacks. Okay, in clinical herbal pharmacology, we take single herbs and combine them together. Why do we do this? Maybe we want to augment certain effects. Maybe we want herbs to tonify more and moderate their properties. Also, maybe we want to treat something like a complex situation like a cold. You might have fever, you might have pain. Some herbs have antipyretic effects and some other herbs have analgesic effects, and maybe both herbs have antimicrobial effects. Finally, one of my favorite formulas that I've been using for a long time has been shown to help with stress, and also not only with stress, it also helps relieve the symptoms of breast cancer. So fun fact, licorice is in every herbal formula because it harmonizes the properties, which basically means it makes the formula taste better. So it's my professional advice that you use acupuncture and herbs together. Why? Because think about it, if we're dealing with the flow of circulation with acupuncture, we want those components from the herbs to go to certain areas, right? So if we have bad back pain, we want to bring those anti-inflammatory and analgesic herbs to that specific area. So they work together synergistically for the maximum effect for your health. Okay, in closing, I'd like to say thank you for listening. This is a new venture into herbal medicine. We'll talk about it a little bit more. And in the meantime, remember to subscribe, check out the videos, and you know the rest of the information if you need to get in contact with us. Thank you very much for listening.